Right, I'm going to take you through the May 2024 credit card news and offers. A lot of these do relate to American Express, both for newbies and existing cardholders. So I'll come to that in a second. First of all, a couple of quick things to share with you. One of them is about your credit report. Obviously, really important you check your credit report on a regular basis, whether it's for credit cards or whether it's because you've got a mortgage on the horizon, whatever it might be. And as I shared with you a few weeks ago, the Money Saving Expert Credit Club was moving over from giving you access to your Experian report to your TransUnion report. And that has now happened. So if you do log into the credit club for MSE, you will see your TransUnion report instead of Experian. Now, of course, you can see your TransUnion report in a number of different places, including directly with them via their Credit Karma service. So this is, again, check it out. You might prefer doing it there rather than one of the other ways, but it's the same information across both those different sites. Sadly, it does mean at the moment, there is nowhere to see your Experian report for free in a quick and easy digital manner. Yes, you can request one via the post. You get something sent through a little code so you can access it online or have the actual report sent in the post. But it's a snapshot in that time and it's not very easy, from my opinion, to actually work out what the information is. That is the only way right now. No, when I did tell you about this a few weeks ago, a few people said, no, Andy, you go to the Experian website and you can see your full credit report for free there. Turns out there is a trial that's going on with some customers. Now, this could be, fingers crossed, something that Experian do then roll out completely and we can all go straight to them and see our full report. And if they do, I will let you know. Or if another third party comes along and maybe buys their information and offers it to us, I'll also tell you about it if we can get it for free. But at the moment, if you want to get your Equifax one, you can still get a number of places, including ClearScore, TransUnion, as I said, Credit Karma, MSE's Credit Club, a number of other places. But Equifax, you either pay for it or you get just a printed or kind of not very easy to understand version as a statutory report direct from Experian. The other quick thing to share with you relates to NatWest's Buy Now, Pay Later card. This was launched 2 years ago. Everyone's trying to get a piece of that Buy Now, Pay Later, slice that pie because it's quite profitable for everyone. You've got Monzo doing it, you've got Amex did one recently, PayPal, a number of different places trying to do it. NatWest launched 2 years ago. And the start of May, on the 7th of May, they are closing down that operation completely. So if you already have a card with them, that's no longer going to work. And obviously, if you're a newbie, you're not going to be able to use it either. So that is maybe a sign of where things are going. Maybe it's too crowded the market. People are trying to compete with the Klarnas and the ClearPay and all those kind of things. I'll keep you informed about any new products that come along that are useful for you. Just remember, with Buy Now, Pay Later, it might not seem like you're borrowing in the same way you are with a credit card or a loan with those high interest rates, but it still has a number of risks. Can have benefits, as those cards I'll tell you about can have benefits, but it's something to bear in mind when you're doing it. It's not always going to be something you should be doing for the sake of it. Ideal world, with anything you're doing, only pay for stuff that you can afford, you have the savings for, or you know that you are going to be able to pay it back in a short space of time. Right, let's get on to the other news. Okay, these are all around American Express. The big one here is a quite healthy boosted Avios bonus from the British Airways American Express Premium Plus credit card. I'll get on to exactly how to do that in a second, but first of all, there were some pretty major changes to that card to share with you first of all. First one is the annual fee has increased from £250 a year to £300 a year. That is really substantial. It was a lot before, it's even more now. And you compare that to the Barclaycard Avios card, that's £20 a month, it's only 240 quid. This is substantially more expensive now to get this American Express card. Now, if you are applying for the first time, which this offer I'll tell you about in a minute, you may well be, you'll be paying that higher amount. If you already have the card, then that new fee comes in when you next renew after the 1st of August 2024. So if you're renewing in May or June or July, you'll pay that 250 quid. But if you pay after that, any point after the 1st of August, you renew, then it will be that new £300. The other big change here is about the companion voucher. The companion voucher is probably one of the big reasons a lot of people go for this credit card. This is where you get effectively 2-for-1 flights with British Airways. I think you can use it with a few other partners as well. In theory, you can save a lot of money with it. In reality, it never really works out at half price from when I've looked at things. Definitely a saving, but not necessarily half price. Now, normally with this particular credit card, you have to spend £10,000 in an anniversary year for your credit card. So let's say you did open the credit card on the 1st of February. You'd have from the 1st of February 2024 to the 1st of February 2025 to spend £10,000 in this card to trigger this companion voucher. And then you've got, depending with that one, 2 years to spend that voucher to use it on a flight. This, from the 1st of November, that threshold for spending is going to increase to £15,000. This is actually both for the paid Premium Plus card and for the free BA Amex card. It would increase from that one would increase from £12,000 to £15,000. But both cards would be 15 grand. Now, the threshold, changes on the 1st of November. You've got until then on the old threshold. So let's say you spent £9,999 on the BA Premium Plus card on the end of October, and then the 1st of November comes along. Suddenly, it's not about spending £1 more on it to trigger the voucher. Suddenly, it's over £5,001. So this is about not your anniversary year, it's about the 1st of November. So that's when it comes into play. And this is important if you already have one or you're going to get one, that obviously try and, if you can, only on everyday spending, normal spending. Don't spend on it just for the sake of triggering on these vouchers because it's not worth it. But try and, if you can, obviously trigger that voucher before that date, unless you think it's fine, you've got enough time to spend the extra £5,000 on this card or £3,000 on the free card. But what's important is it doesn't reset to zero, it's cumulative, so it will still carry on until your anniversary. So again, let's use that same example of the 1st of February. You've got until then. If you go past the 1st of November, you've only got until the 1st of February to hit that £15,000. From the start of your anniversary, again, it resets and you start again. So they are the big changes that happen in this card. It's well worth knowing about it. Incidentally, there's a change here because of this when it comes to pro rata refunds on fees. I'll come back to that in a second. But let's talk about this boosted welcome offer that has just been launched. Now, this is very similar to the one that I told you about earlier this year and one late last year, that if you go directly to the American Express website, you will not see this offer, this promo. The only way to find this boosted points is to go into the British Airways Executive Club account. Now, this is, if you collect Avios, you need this anyway. This is where your Avios points are going to be stored, how you'll spend them, and it's free, right? So you set up an account with them if you don't already have one, log in and scroll down. It's had a bit of a revamp, so it looks a little bit differently recently, but you go down, you'll find some tiles, and you'll see there this boosted offer. And what it is for the Premium Plus card, that one, which will have a £300 fee, it is increased from normally 25,000 Avios points to 60,000 points. So that is more than doubled. In order to trigger this, you need to spend £3,000 in the first 3 months of getting the card. You do that, that bonus is triggered, you get all those points, they are added into your account, so your Avios account. So they are secured. Then obviously if you want to keep spending, earning that companion voucher, the same thing will apply for that 1st November cutoff when it changes from £10,000 spend to £15,000 for that companion voucher. But anyway, let's talk about more. So that's what's going on there. The actual offer itself, is it worth it? Well, if you are collecting Avios points and you really want Avios points, and maybe you've got a number of them and you do want a companion voucher and you're set on that, then this is a great way to get more points, okay? If, however, you are thinking about converting these points into Nectar points, which is something I've suggested in the past, a couple of things changed, obviously, to whether that's worthwhile or not. One of them is that change just a few months ago of the rate of converting Avios into Nectar points. It used to be slightly increased, that one Avios point was worth 0.67% or 0.67p in Nectar. Now it's worth 0.5p. So those points you get, the 60,000 bonus points plus the points you'll get from your everyday spending, means this in total will add up to £322 more or less. Sorry, £322. That's what those bonus points you've got, £325. That's what they'll convert into. The other factor then is that fee has increased. So now, not £300 off that. If you are doing this purely to convert those Avios points into Nectar points, the profit you're looking at is just £22.50, something like that. I don't think it's worth it from that point of view, which is a real shame because remember, this offer, this is one of the few American Express credit cards where you can get this bonus even if you've already got another Amex card. The general rule with Amex welcome bonuses, as I've detailed with you before with you guys, is that you cannot have had an Amex in your name for 2 years. The exception being the Platinum card and this BA Premium Plus card. The only cards that will rule you out of getting this bonus are if you've had in the last 2 years either the free British Airways Amex card or this BA Premium Plus Amex as well. So it's kind of really it's the best chance to do it. If you're going to do it, this is the best opportunity to do it. 60,000 points is great, but sadly, it's not going to be so profitable as it has been in the past. Incidentally, there is a slight increase to the free version from 5,000 to 7,000 bonus points. But again, I really wouldn't bother with that one. That one, you do have to have not had any Amex in your name in the last 2 years. Now, I said there has been as a result of this changes to the Premium Plus credit card, a change to Amex's pro rata refund fee policy. Now, you may remember that back in, when was it? Last summer, they announced they were going to axe pro rata refunds. That got extended and extended, and now it's been extended again. And now what they're saying is the pro rata refunds will still be available on any American Express credit card until the 1st of August at least. Now, doesn't mean from the 1st of August suddenly they'll stop, but that we now know we've got at least May, June and July in order to cancel any existing credit card we've got and get a pro rata refund on those fees. Now, that might be a bit tight for this particular offer, but potentially that changed everything again. I said it's not worth it, but if you can spend £3,000 in just under 3 months and you're not bothered about the companion voucher, cancel the card, that £300, well, you only would have had 2 or 3 months of that. You'll get the rest of it refunded, and all of a sudden you are making a lot more profit. So this is really where you need to work out, can you spend £3,000 in just under 3 months and don't want to continue with the card, and you're willing to cancel it, or in fact you could downgrade it to the free BA card if you wish as well, which might be an easier option, then maybe it's worth a look. A couple quick more things to say about American Express. Over in our Facebook group, if you're not already a member, do join us. becleverwithyourcash.com/community is the short URL. A couple of you have shared that when you have gone to cancel your paid for American Express card, so that BA Premium Plus or the Platinum card or the Gold card, you have been offered retention offers. So someone got 1,000 points if they spent £1,000 in 3 months on the Gold. Again, you've got to weigh up whether these points are worth it for the benefits you get versus the fee you're going to pay. Because remember, those fees are all far more expensive than they used to be. So again, you've got to work out whether they're going to be a decent deal or not. But again, it's worth asking if there is a retention deal when you go to cancel these cards. Just remember, the all likelihood is you won't then be able to cancel it and get a refund later on, because then at some point they are going to introduce this ending of pro rata refunds. Now, one last thing to talk about with American Express are some changes to what were called the Platinum Cashback and Platinum Cashback Everyday credit card. The word Platinum has now been removed. So it's now just the American Express Cashback card and the American Express Cashback Everyday card. They currently have slightly boosted offers when you sign up for them. If you are signing up for the Cashback card, you will get 5% cashback for the first 3 months, capped at £125. That's the normal offer, but there's also an extra £25 on top. Now, this card comes with a £25 fee, so that basically wipes that out. And if you go via cashback sites, this one particularly go via Top Cashback, there's another £25 on top of that. So potentially, you're going to get 50 quid extra if you apply for this card right now, take into account that fee, that night stamp, an extra 50 quid, which is great. And the Amex Cashback Everyday card, 5% cashback in the first 3 months, capped at £100. The extra bonus there is £10. If you go via Quidco, there's currently £30 listed. So potentially an extra £40 can be thrown in there. Now, I would think about more the cashback rather than the Cashback Everyday card. If you haven't got an Amex at all, it's one of the best ones to go for in the first instance. And I did talk about that in a recent article and video about the best first American Express credit card to go for. Because if you get either of these cards or the Amex Nectar card as your first Amex, you will be eligible at a later date to get a bonus on the Platinum or the British Airways Premium Plus if you wish. So it's certainly worth, if you haven't got any Amexes at all right now, this may be a good opportunity to get that Amex Cashback credit card. My name's Andy Webb. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, becleverwithyourcash.com for more information about everything I've spoken about today. And check out these videos here for more ways to make the most of your money.